Hi.
Hi. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. We're here for another episode of Sandy's Weekly Picks, and so far you went 8-7 the first week.
A little above average. Or
Mm-hmm.
half, I mean.
Yeah, and 9-6 this week.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's almost like, what? What's the math on that?
Well, it's above 500, so
Sure.
yeah, I'm not about to do math right now. I'm just no. But yeah, we went 9-6, so that's pretty good, not bad. A recap of what you did, I can't remember. I wrote it down, but I lost it. I think it's in my phone somewhere, but oh well. But this week we're gonna do week 4. So how have you learned anybody new lately?
Well, I do know Eli Manning and Peyton because we watch them on Sundays,
Mondays,
Mondays.
yes, Mondays on ESPN2, yes.
They're
But
funny.
yes, but I meant current, as of current.
I feel like I hear Diggs a lot, Daggs.
Yes,
And,
there's two of them.
oh, perfect. I have two new people, two
Which one
Diggses.
though? Tiggs, but which one? Do you know what he does or which team?
Cowboys?
Jesus, it's another Cowboys. All right.
Yeah, and then I also
Was it? So that's.
Ezekiel Elliott. Did I say that one
I think
already?
you've mentioned
Okay.
him before. So yeah. As of now, we're going. So that Diggs is Trayvon Diggs. Trayvon Diggs.
Trayvon Diggs.
So far we know what Tom Brady,
Yes.
Dak Prescott.
Yes.
You mentioned Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
You mentioned Gronk.
Yes.
Your fifth guy was, who was your fifth guy? Do you remember?
Mahomes.
Okay, yeah, Mahomes.
And then the guy with the hair.
He's retired. We're
Oh.
naming current players.
Well, he's still a good
Well,
one. Because I was
yes.
thinking like Michael Vick, like all those
Okay,
documentaries
yeah,
that
but
we
no, we're
watched.
we're we're not we're talking about current players,
Okay.
and you said Trayvon Diggs, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's 6. So yeah, as we
And Junior
Junior.
with the baby. Oh, what's his name?
Oh, his son? He's not a player though.
No, what's his name? On the Colts?
Oh, Michael Pittman.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
junior.
yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah,
So
so 7. All right, not bad. All right, so this week we're gonna do week 4 picks. And like I said before earlier, as of now we are doing week 4 because you're 8-7 the first week, 9-6 this week. So I can't talk right now. So we're gonna do this and put in your week 7 picks,
okay.
or well, week 7, wow,
Yay! We're
week
on week 7.
yeah, week 4. So the very first game
Mhm.
is Washington at Atlanta.
Okay, so they both have water.
Kind
Because
of.
they're the Washington nobodies, so they don't
Yeah,
have much to go off
true,
of.
true. But
Let's
they're
see.
projected to win. Do you need the records or anything?
Yeah,
Okay, all
let's
right.
do that.
So I'm pretty sure Washington hasn't won anything yet. I think Atlanta won their first game against the Giants last week. So as of now, Washington. Oh, never mind. They have one win.
Washington has one.
They're one and
And
two, and Atlanta's also 1-2.
oh, that sounds sad, right? Because it's wins first.
Wins are first. Yes,
So
correct.
they're already like under.
Yes.
Oh, so now one's gonna be like super under, and the other's gonna be like even.
Yeah, pretty
Oh
much.
no. Um.
And this is also Mark's team, and this is, yeah. So his team versus
Well,
my
I'm
team.
sorry that they're nobodies. That they're nobodies. So
Well, it
let's go with
happens.
Atlanta.
But we're going Atlanta.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, going Atlanta. All right. Okay. So we got the Houston Texans versus the Buffalo Bills.
Buffalo Bills.
Mm-hmm.
Did they win last time?
Yes, they did. They beat Washington. by a lot.
Oh,
they
'cause
practically
they're
murdered.
nobodies. How's the weather in Washington now? I mean, in New York.
And well, it's cold. I don't think it's like
Ooh.
super cold yet, where it's like.
I think Houston
But
because
as of now, it's just rainy.
it.
It's cloudy and it's about
Oh,
to rain. I think.
I think Houston will do okay.
Houston against Buffalo Bills. Okay.
Yeah, because it's kind of humid in Texas sometimes. It can go
Um.
wet. So I feel like they'd be like, oh, we're almost at home.
Okay. Now, Houston only won one game, so.
Ooh, perfect. They can't keep losing, right? Like they have
Against
to
the
win
Bills,
sometimes.
I would say against the Bills a very good chance. So far, you've been picking the Bills, and they've been doing pretty good. So So far, so you're gonna pick Houston against the Bills.
Well, you're making me feel like I shouldn't, but
Look, no, it's fine. It's your pick. I'm not going to tell you no. These are your picks. So moving on, you can always come back to any of these if you want to. But as of now, we're going to Detroit Lions versus the Chicago Bears. Detroit hasn't won a game yet, and Chicago is 1-2, and it potential rain in that game in Chicago.
Where's Detroit at?
Same state, Illinois.
What?
I think Michigan. Crap, I don't know my states right now. It's
Put
really
you
late
on the
right now.
spot.
Yes, you are putting me on the spot.
Well, I don't know where it's at. That's why I asked.
This is kind of sad. We should know this. But I'm pretty sure they're in the same state. So
Or next to each other.
I'm gonna look this up now because now I'm a little worried. I should know this, and I'm probably super red because I'm pretty sure it's in the same state, and I think I was correct. Hold on. Detroit, Illinois, right?
Well, there's
Detroit,
like
Michigan.
multiple
No, so I was
ones.
right. I was
Okay.
right the first time. Michigan and Illinois.
Okay.
You made me second guess myself, and I almost was embarrassed there for a second.
So Lions versus Bears.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Bears have an advantage because they're bears. Like Lions only get so big. You see bears that are like filling up the whole ceiling.
Okay. The whole ceiling of what?
Like when you walk into a room and you're like, "Whoa, that's a bear!" Like because it's so tall.
You don't think lions are big either?
I've never been like, "Wow, that lion's so tall."
You haven't seen Jumanji?
I've never had to look up at a lion.
The lion in Jumanji was pretty big. I mean, I know that's a movie, but still. Okay, all right. So Carolina Panthers versus the Dallas Cowboys.
Uh-oh. Ooh, what are their records? Are they like tied for winning and winning?
No.
Oh.
Panthers are 3-0, undefeated, and the Dallas Cowboys are 2-1.
I'm gonna go with Dallas because they want to win this year.
Okay.
And I feel like you can't win too many in a row.
Okay.
Like Carolina, what 4-0?
So you think this is the game they're gonna take their first loss as?
Carolina?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Like.
Oh, I'm just saying. I don't know. I'm just.
Do
asking.
they have their own building?
Carolina. Or
like how the Cowboys have their own like city?
Every team has their own building.
Ooh, like their own city?
No, because there's a lot of LAs, and then Tampa Bay, and states they share, but as of LA they have the same.
Well, like how on Hard Knocks they're like, oh, this is the dome, this is the practice dome, this is where the.
Oh, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, see, yeah. I think the Cowboys have an advantage.
Okay, I mean they do have a nice facility. I'm not gonna lie.
And they want to win.
Yeah, sure, why not? Like as every other team wants to win here, but sure. Okay, so moving on with Indianapolis Colts versus Miami Dolphins. And this is also the morning games at 10. So disregard all these 1 p.m.s. These are all at 10 here, our time.
Oh, okay, but it's 1 p.m. local time?
So what I pulled this off is of East Coast.
So like in Miami, it will be 1, like 1 and sticky?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. But for here, when we watch it, it's going to be 10.
Is it sticky where the Colts live?
It's kind of cold there, but they also play indoors. But supposedly to this game, it's going to be windy.
Ooh. We'll say the Colts then.
Colts?
Yeah, because I feel like when the waters get rough, like what do the Dolphins do?
Swim deeper
Hang out in the
in
water?
the
No, they
ocean
retreat, is my guess. I don't know.
by swimming deeper in the ocean?
Yeah, where the Colts are like, hey, we're horses. We do it a lot.
Just run around? Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So the Cleveland Browns versus the
Ooh.
Minnesota Vikings.
Okay. I still like the Browns, but
Okay.
I also feel like what's a brown?
It's well, there is their history are dogs, like bulldogs. It's the dog pound, is what they call it. Hence the Browns. But then people joke about them, the Browns, like poop Browns.
Yeah,
in
like
Super
taking
Bowl.
them to the Super Bowl.
Yes, that one exactly. So here with the Browns, we have Cleveland Browns, the dog pound, and then Minnesota Vikings.
Let's go with the Vikings.
Oh, we're going to the Vikings for
Yeah.
once. Haven't done that all season.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know, because I just picked them. I don't know that I didn't pick them ever.
Well, I know you just after we do this, you don't even. It just
set it and forget it.
Exactly, because every single time I bring up a new team, you're like,
oh. But I do see new news again on the next one. We had new news last time.
That's true. All right, so we have the New York Giants and New Orleans in St. Louis.
New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
In St. Louis.
Yes. Hang on. Let me check the comments real quick if anybody think. Nope, we're good. Okay. All right. So go ahead and make your picks right here.
Can I skip this one?
Yeah, it's your picks. You don't have to watch it. Like you don't have to like make your pick now. All right. So Tennessee Titans versus the New York Jets.
Ooh, I can picture Titans on a plane.
Okay.
How did TT do last
They
week?
They won. They beat the. Yes, I think they played. Who was it? The Colts. I think they played last week. Something like that. So they beat them. So they won. So TT did win. That's what we're calling them, the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So we have Kansas City Chiefs.
And then I am going to go back to New York Giants because if I say no to New York Jets and I say no to New York Buffaloes, is that where they're at?
Yeah, close enough.
Then I feel like all three can't lose. So let's go with New York Giants.
Okay. All right. Okay, so we're going with. It's slow. All right. Well, it's there. Don't know why it's not setting. There you go. So you're gonna go with one of the New York teams, and it's gonna be the Giants.
Yeah. I feel like the Saints aren't really happy right now.
They just won. They're very happy.
Well, good for them.
Yeah. All right. So, let's check the comments real quick. All right. Nothing. All right. Cool. All right. So, Kansas City Chiefs at the Philadelphia Eagles.
I don't know where any of those states are.
Missouri and Philadelphia. Or Philadelphia is oh my gosh. Why are you doing this right now? Why are you?
I'm just wondering, like, what's the weather like there?
Well, okay. Do you want to know the weather? I can pull that up. All right. Stop asking me states questions right now. It's gonna be cloudy.
Ooh, I like cloudy. I kind of feel like Kansas likes cloudy because
Pennsylvania. There you go.
I feel like I feel like Kansas is like, oh, we get tornadoes all the time, clouds, whatever, we got this. So yeah.
Okay, so sorry, what?
Kansas City. Yeah, they're gonna ride the clouds.
Okay. You keep picking them, but it's funny.
And they keep losing?
They're doing bad.
Why?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Is it because
They won last week.
with his new baby keeping him up all night?
I don't know. Maybe that's a good logical thing, but I know that they barely
Sometimes
won.
it looks like he has
They
little
only have
bags.
one win.
Like he's like, oh, can't wait to go take a nap.
Probably. He probably stays in his locker and sleeps a little bit longer. All right.
But
So
his outfits look nice.
okay.
When they
So
all put on their suits.
all right. So Mark helped us out, and he actually said Pennsylvania. So yeah, I was right. So
Thank you.
yeah, thanks, man. Which we will be going back live here in a couple after we're done with this. So all right. So Arizona,
Okay.
the Cardinals here, but they're playing in LA versus the Rams.
Ooh. There's another one in San Francisco too.
Yes. I think I'm just gonna put a little note here that there's 3 New York teams, 3 LA
It just gets
teams.
exciting because I'm like, oh, I picked New York. I'm like, wait, should I pick New York
I'm
again?
just
Or
curious
like...
on why this doesn't trigger for the next week. Like sometimes you watch some of these games and you bet and you get your payouts and then it just goes away Tuesday through Thursday.
Yeah, because it's a new matchup. Like, okay, who has what?
It's the same teams.
I'm gonna say the Rams because I think they could fight through a Cardinal. Like Red Rover, the Cardinal would lose.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Just picture him with the ball though.
All right. That makes sense. Okay. All right. So Seattle versus San Francisco. Seattle Seahawks and they're in San Fran.
So they're just going south?
Yeah, pretty much. So they're going from a cloudy weather area probably to the nice sunny area.
Maybe.
It is going to be sunny.
I just think about like the trolley and...
I don't think that matters. But thank you for observing San Francisco's trolley.
Yeah. What are their records so far?
So Seattle is 1-2, and San Francisco is 2-1. Surprisingly.
Ooh, let's make it even. What would make it even?
Putting Seattle at the win here.
Okay.
So okay. Just create a little chaos. They're in the same division, so why not?
Yeah, exciting.
All right, so we got the Baltimore Ravens versus the Denver Broncos.
Why are you so giggling?
Because that pick is just ridiculous, but
well, either what are the chances of them like being better if they're almost the same? So we'll just make.
I mean, it's not. I'm not saying you're wrong because I think I'd probably pick them too, but your logic is just like left field. This is why we do it. So all right, so Baltimore Ravens at Denver Broncos.
Baltimore Ravens.
Mm-hmm. So this is like East Coast. Robert's favorite team? You do remember Robert, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I know your friends. I don't know the teams.
Okay. Let's get Robert. I'm gonna send this to him real quick. But go ahead and make your selection or think about it.
Broncos at Denver. I kind of think that
they're in Denver, so yes.
Let's go with Denver.
With Denver?
Why you sound so surprised?
I'm fine. I'm just dying a little. All right, so we're going with Denver then. Denver Broncos versus.
Yeah, I feel like the air is cleaner, and Baltimore is gonna be like, whoa.
Whoa. So in reality, some of these picks, like I know the outcomes of these already. I know they haven't happened, but it's just like the teams are really bad on some of these, but it's fine. I'm not.
Well,
these aren't my picks.
Against each other.
Ask the NFL that. I'm not sure, but
like, oh, let's put this bad team with this good team
to give teams breaks. Maybe I don't know. Oh, you had a tough battle. All right, here's an easy team. Ooh, maybe that's why they do it. I'm not sure, but in divisions, there's 4 teams in each division. They have to play each team in that division twice. So
like they have to.
Yes, they have to. Like, it's just the way it is. It's the way it is.
I know. It sounds like.
Well, regardless, they have to play each other.
I just want to break the rule. Why do I have to do that?
I don't. They're in the same division. It just that's the way it works.
Okay.
I'm not the commissioner of the NFL. I just enjoy the sport. All right, so, all right, so far it's a boring day. So, just more. Usually you have a crowd.
Just a chill day.
It is a very chill day. Yes, indeed. Normally your comments are flying. Sometimes it's all good. No worries. So Pittsburgh Steelers
Terrible people. Terrible towel.
versus terrible team. Yes. Versus the Green Bay Packers.
I remember thinking cheese before.
Okay.
Do you think they'll be distracted with cheese?
Sure.
They're like, oh, I think they have cheese.
I think they have a lot more distractions than just cheese, but sure. There's a lot going on over there.
Okay, we'll go with Green Bay then.
We're going with Green Bay?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, miracles do happen. I'm not saying they can't. There's always a possibility of every single one of these teams winning.
And
just
losing.
unlikely.
Or tying.
How
often is there a tie?
I'd say about once a year, no more than twice. It has happened. But yeah, so.
So that's it, just one?
Average one a year. About. It seems in the past, at least in the past 2-3 years. I don't know. That's a good question.
Like, who's most likely to tie?
Out of these, that is a very good question. Out of these, who is more likely going to tie? Baltimore, Denver, Kansas, Philadelphia. I would probably say maybe Cleveland, Minnesota, but it's very unlikely. Of all these teams, I would probably guess them. Maybe Miami and Indy. But yeah, unlikely though. So anyways, so Tampa Bay, Buccaneers.
Yeah.
New England.
Florida people
Patriots.
Versus fancy people.
Yes.
Ooh, like Florida
but
man?
But everyone wants to watch this game, yeah, because Tom Brady's going to go back to his old team.
Oh, yeah. They were talking about booze or not booze.
Booing him or not booing him?
Yeah,
they're talking about that.
But welcome back. Sorry we let you down.
That, and he's probably going to destroy them, to be honest, but...
Yeah, I'm going to go with Tampa Bay, because I feel like he's going to be like, watch this.
Okay.
He's going to be like, let me show you
That's your pick, right? I didn't influence you on that. Okay,
that's exciting.
All right.
I want to watch this then.
Okay, because he's basically versus his old head coach. Now, he's a very good coach.
I remember hearing about this. They were like, he probably knows what they're going to do, because he worked with them. To be like, oh, this is happening. They're going to do this, so I'm going to do this.
Right. Yeah. They know each other too well.
He had to think that before.
Yes, very much. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right, so the last game, Monday, is Las Vegas Raiders versus the Los Angeles Chargers.
Ooh, I'm going to go with Vegas because they're like, this Cali, that's our hometown. Get out of here.
Their old hometown?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we picked Atlanta.
Oh, and all the Raider fans that still live there, they're going to be so excited.
Yes. Yeah.
Unless they move to Vegas to follow them.
I don't know. That's a lot of financial reasoning for an NFL team. I mean, if they're a super fan, I guess. All right, so we have Atlanta versus Washington. You picked Atlanta because why? Can't remember why. Nobody's. Oh, because they're nobodies. Okay, all right. And Houston because Buffalo can't win again. Right?
There's a lot of New York.
So okay, but you think Houston's gonna beat Buffalo?
You don't sound like you like that pick.
Because it's very unlikely. But I respect your decision. I'm picking the Texans against the Buffalo Bills. Okay, so Chicago, because they're bigger than a lion. The Bears are bigger than a lion? Okay, all right.
So tall. And I've never been like, wow, that lion, I could never run away from it. Where that bear was like, hey, food? Like.
All right, so the Nerd Huddle. says, "What's up? I like the pick so far. I don't know about the Browns losing though." So you picked Minnesota over the Browns. I don't know, man. She's 9-6. I can't
I
argue the
know. What if
records.
what if it's all like next week? It's just like one and what? What's the number? 14.
Yeah, you could go 1-1 and freaking 16. So I mean, anything can happen, really. All right, so let's go recap. You picked Dallas over Carolina. Um, what was your reasoning?
Because Dallas is gonna win this year. That's
Be-
what they keep telling us.
okay, so they just said that, and you're just gonna roll with it the
Yeah,
whole
because
year.
the coaches are like, all right,
I
this is the year,
I
and
th-
why
what's
shouldn't I believe
what's
them?
crazy is you watched every minute of Hard Knocks, but when it comes to Sunday football, you're cross stitching or doing other
Yeah,
things,
it's
even though you
it's
play
like
plus
12 hours
put
of
money on it,
football.
even though you put money on it. But for Hard Knocks, you're there, man.
Yeah, I
Okay.
love documentaries, especially docu-series where I get to keep watching the documentary.
All right. So Indianapolis, you picked because um, Dolphins are gonna get scared of the wind because it's a windy
Yeah.
day. Um, and then you pick Minnesota over the Browns, just because they haven't won in a while, or you haven't picked them in a while. You're gonna go with the Minnesota Vikings this time.
Yeah, I'm not understanding a Brown.
Okay, but you picked them last time.
Yeah, but also like Minnesota, I feel like I was talking about this before with somebody. Like if you look good, you play good. So I feel like they look good, they'll play good. Not that I'm picking a color, but
Okay, all right. So the New York Giants, because you didn't pick the other New York teams, you're just gonna pick those guys. Hopefully that New York team wins because you didn't pick the Jets, you didn't pick Buffalo.
yeah, because I was thinking like the Saints. I don't know.
Well, you
They've
said
had
they're
a
not happy, but
they've
they
had
are
a rough
happy
year.
because well they just won. So I think that's probably the greatest thing that's happened since that tornado hit. So, all right. So
Or the
Tennessee
hurricane.
or the hurricane, yes,
It was
thank you.
everything:
Yeah,
hurricane, flooding,
yeah, it just
tornado.
got demolished. Yeah, sure. Which sucks. Um, again, so the Tennessee Titans versus the Jets. So we picked them because of their initials TT. You right?
And yeah, what's the chance of having all three teams win in the same state? One of them has
Um,
to lose, right?
it's unlikely this week, but I think you, in my opinion, pick the weird one. But sure. So Kansas City, you're picking them to beat the Eagles because Mahomes is gonna win this one. He's getting rest this time from
I
his
hope
baby.
so. Yeah,
Okay, all right. So
he
and
gets to travel. Maybe he's like, "Ooh, I get to sleep on the plane."
and, and so you picked the Rams because they would be a Cardinal in Red Rover.
Yeah,
You picked Seattle Seahawks because they're going from cloudy weather to riding in a trolley in San
yeah.
Francisco,
Relax, like
right?
he's got
Okay, all right.
this.
So, and then you picked Denver Broncos over the Baltimore Ravens, correct?
Yeah, the air is cleaner. I imagine.
No. Well, I mean,
Look at all
if
those
our friend
trophies.
Robert's watching, he would probably give you that answer, but don't know if he is. He's probably working, but he's been to Baltimore. I think we just drove through it and we're like, all right, that was cool. I think we were on our way to New York or something, so we didn't really
Yeah,
stop.
sounds congested. Sounds not chill.
Yeah. So, all right. So Green Bay, because you said the Steelers will get distracted with cheese,
Yeah, I'm a terrible person, and I want some cheese.
and they're gonna wipe themselves off with the net. Okay. All right. So, and then Tampa Bay because Brady's gonna prove his coach wrong,
Yeah,
and
watch me, watch me.
And Vegas wants to beat LA because they no longer live in LA.
Yep, they're like, hey, we've been here before. Look at all of our fans. I'm sure they probably will have more fans there than the
Um,
Chargers.
I guess yeah. I guess the
Or more
main
flashy fans.
the main question right now is if he's gonna get booed. I think everyone is wanting to know if Brady's gonna get booed. I don't think
Oh,
he
I
will.
thought we were on Vegas. We moved.
Oh yeah. Well yeah we yeah but I went back to Tampa Bay. Sorry. But I went back to Tampa Bay. I'm just curious if he's gonna get booed or not. And people are like
I
yeah.
think they will. They'll be like, boo, you're doing too good. Stop hurting us.
But he was like their main guy for 20 years.
You think they're all going to wear his jersey?
They probably have his jersey, and they're probably the New England one. I think that New England people switched over to
The Buccaneers.
I don't think they're mad at him.
You think they followed him?
I don't think they secretly became Tampa Bay fans. I think they're still New England fans, but they're like, all right, well, we're proud of you because you're still doing good. But yeah.
I kind of think he might get booed.
Okay.
Just be like, hey, we like you, like when he's on the field, and then like, boo, you're making us lose.
I think that would encourage him, and he would just destroy them. But
so you think that if they made him all happy, then he'd be like, oh, I'm so happy, and then he'll mess up and lose?
Maybe. I'm not sure. We'll see. I mean,
strategy.
It is Sunday night, so we'll basically, it's eating dinner probably before that time.
Yeah, just make me up from my nap. I want to watch that one. Because I don't mean to take a nap. I just fall asleep.
Your Sunday. She falls asleep on the couch, so watching football, so it's all good. All right, so hopefully you do good. Good luck on your picks. Again, she doesn't really know much about football, but she's been doing pretty good, as you can see. 8-7. Week 3 was 9-6. Maybe you go 10-5 next week or this week. So
maybe I'll just get better and better.
Yeah, and what's crazy is you don't remember any of your previous weeks, which I find really.
I am so sorry. I keep asking you during the day. Did I pick this?
I don't know. I usually don't count until like later in the week. Anyways, that's our show. Me and Mark are gonna jump on here later, probably about 30 minutes, do some start sits, just answer some fantasy football question. We talk a little football, and if nobody joins us, it's all good, no worries. It's just we're just gonna talk some football. So join us for that. But that's Sandy's picks. Hopefully she stays above 500, and we'll do this next week, Saturday night around the same time. So, all right. Well, do you want to tell them bye or anything?
Yeah, bye.
All right.
I hope you enjoyed.
All right. Thanks for watching, guys.
Getting hyped when I aim up, elevating that game up, stepping up to the competition. Only first place, yeah, that's how I'm living. I'm with it till they digging up my grave, eating all the things up on my plate. Game face when I step up into place. I was born and when I watch me elevate. I was born and when I watch me elevate.